Of Xhaka's big moves, big transfers, he ever thought of making a Shakumentary?
I'm going to flip.
Absolutely not, Kay. I have to say, this is a sign of the differing times that we live in. To your original questions, I'm not that surprised by what Paul Pogba had to say. I think Manchester United, if I were advising Manchester United, I would have told them, offer them no more than Pogba was on right now. Just let him go, see if he could get that kind of money elsewhere. Clearly he did, so be it. I'm more surprised that, again, we're talking about a player, an active player, making a documentary. I won't frame it any other way because you're in the studio with Craig, Kay. So I'll just keep it as a documentary. I'm surprised that players feel that need. In this day of the game where players earn as much as they do, which we talk about and we don't give them wrong for, there's still this seeming need to build your brand and have all these different ways of making more money from the game. Because as far as I'm concerned, you do that by your performances on the field. Making these documentaries, whatever you want to call it, to talk about what's happening behind closed doors, I think goes against the nature of the game as I knew it from my day.
I've nothing really against players, dyeing their hair yellow or orange or doing whatever or making a documentary if they're absolutely tearing it up on the field, right? But he didn't. I'm intrigued to know, Jules, you might know this better than me, being probably closer to this and closer to the player. Does Paul Pogba actually, in his own mind, think that Man United were going to roll out the red carpet with a contract with his performances? I mean, is that where he is, or is this a bit of a bluff from him?
No, I don't think it's a bluff, Craig. I think it's a good question. It's more what they were saying to him, in the sense that they kept saying, we want to keep you, we want you to be a big part in this football club going forward, etc. And he didn't feel that the words were matched by the actions, really. I think this is what it was. I don't know if it was exactly about how many zeros on the payslip every month or every week. It was maybe more about like, okay, you're saying all those great words and this is great. And I think there was a time where he thought, yeah, I could stay here. This was before they were burglared, by the way, with the children in the house. But he was happy at the club, even if the club was underperforming and he was underperforming. But I think he could have seen himself with a new manager staying. But he didn't feel that the words were matched by the offer, really. I think that's the bottom line. So then I think that was the whole thing. And then obviously PSG came and Juventus came and other clubs came. And then he started getting other offers, different offers, some of them better offers. And then I think maybe reevaluating what he wanted to do and where he wanted to go. And then he made his choice to go back to Juventus and to Turin. But I think there was a time where they could have probably convinced him to stay for sure.
I've said this many times, and I still believe it. And I don't deny Pogba's talent for sure and what he's won. But again, I go back to we're judging on Manchester United here. But I do think, in my mind, his game is suited, one, for international football, and two, to play on the continent in Europe, not on the British Isles, where the Premier League is slightly different to other leagues in the tempo and the pace and the physicality. Not that other leagues are not physical, but some of the other leagues are more technical, particularly once you drop out of the bigger teams. And I just think that pace of play and the technical aspect of it suited his game, particularly in Italy. One, it didn't suit his game as much, and the timing of his return to Man United was not great either, allied to his performances with injuries and all that's went with it. And it's been just one disaster, really.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.